Alright everyone, welcome back to another video on the RMZ450. So you can see it here in the background. In front of me, we have, if you haven't seen by the post, a bottom end now. So, what I'm going to do today, I'll pull the head off of it. This is our head here, we've got our bore there. Bore is very, very thin, but it extends further down into the gear case itself. What I'm going to do, as I said, pull that off, pull the head off, and what I want to do is check the piston, ring gap, all that, so I know whether I need a new set of rings. Preferably, probably, most likely will put a new set of rings in it, but if they are well within spec, I may not worry about it for now, because the head is in a bit of a sorry state. And I don't want to go spending heaps of money onto it if it's just going to take a massive crap on me as soon as I put it back together. So yeah, I'd rather test it all out, see how it goes, and if it seems like a reliable engine, I may sink some more money into it. But at the moment, I'm sort of trying not to, because yeah. So, as I saw, I just got that cap off. So I'll show you a bit about the head, all of that, because I don't think I've gone into too much depth regarding the head and the bore. But yeah, we will do that now. So here it is. You can see it pretty well here in the spotlight. The bottom end I was very lucky to get because the 2005 to 2007 bottom ends are, from what I've found, very, very hard to get in Australia. And this one seems to be actually pretty good. There's very minimal crank play. I'll show you that now because I am currently running off of the shop manual for specs. And I've sort of just been checking the usual stuff like, yep, shifts into gear and all that. But yeah, again, yeah, my cousin did go down and get it. He reckoned it was all right, so he picked it up for me. If you want to go and check out his YouTube channel, it's called Travo's Garage. And I'll put a photo up of it there if you want to go and check out some of his content. But yeah, so I was saying that the head is in a sorry state, and that is because of these caps. The head itself is actually not that bad, but the cam caps, that one was cracked, and this one is cracking, or from what I can tell, it's cracking. It's cracked up there, and along the bottom it's sort of cracked, but along the top here it's sort of only just starting along here and coming along at the top. So I'll have to get my old man to weld them up because these are matched to the head, unfortunately. So that means you can't just slap any old cap in there and expect it to work, because some have different clamping tolerances, like some are really loose, some are really tight, whereas if you just keep the paired caps to the head, it will be perfect every time. So although it is going to be a bit dodgy, it will most likely work. I mean, we did it with the power valve on the RMX, and the RMX's power valve is still going absolutely perfect. But yeah, so I am trying to save a bit of money on this. I know it's probably not the best because I don't know the condition of everything. I don't want to go putting heaps of money into it and then it fails on me. I'd rather try and save a bit of money, see how everything goes, test it all out, and then once I'm happy with how it runs and how it drives and all of that sort of stuff, only then will I decide whether I want to put a bit more money into it, which I most likely will. But yeah, we'll knock this head off, as I said, and we'll check out the piston and everything. So we now got the bore removed from the gear case, as well as the head. So you can see, head is actually not in bad condition. Unlike most RMZ450s, this one has not dropped its valves. So yeah, I think I covered that on the last video. But yeah, as I said, although the caps are in a bit of a sad state, the rest of the head is actually not too bad. So yeah, once I get the cams, because it was missing cams, as I think I said in the first video as well, I did order some. Once I get them, I'll have to obviously shim my valves up And with the head gasket kit, I think I also get valve seals. So I will be doing them at the same time, most likely. But what I want to do today, I want to check the tolerances of the ring gap in the bore, which I believe will not be too bad. I'm hoping. The rings don't look completely worn out like the RMX ones were, although it is a 2-stroke. So I'll put this on. Here's our top ring. So this is our compression ring. And then under that, we have our other rings. I think this is your oil ring. So we're about to check the compression ring gap. I've just put the piston in here. This is the old one. This is the one that's completely rooted. And that's just to push this ring in so I can get my feeler gauges in and check that gap there. The standard is about 14 to 20 something, I believe. I'll go and check the spec sheet soon. But at the moment, I just want to have a look at them, see what gap they are. So we'll come over here to the toolbox, grab ourselves our feeler gauges. Yep, should be good. Pull them out and we'll see what gap they are. I'll go to the 0.481. If it doesn't fit, we know we're lucky. They won't even go in there, so straight away we're lucky. Try this one, 0.27. Sort of in the middle. Yeah, that one goes through. It's got a little bit of slop, but not very much. Things are looking good. Go up to the 0.33. See if that goes in. Yep, that goes in. Keep going up. 0.4. Try that. Yeah, no, that's not going in. I'd say it's just one size down. So 0.381. It's probably that. It's definitely 0.38. Yeah. It's definitely 0.38. That's got a little bit of resistance, but not too much. Just fix that ring up. It's sort of gone a bit on the piss. Yeah, it's definitely 0.38. So, I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Yeah, 0.381 or 15 thou. That is the only feeler gauge that will fit perfectly in that small ring gap there. So that ring is actually well within spec. It's not on a standard. I'd imagine the standard they talk about is the, what do you call it? Standard would be a sort of newish ring, I would imagine. But yeah, that one is well within the service limits, so that's pretty good. I'll just pull it out and I'll do these oil rings. Now, I don't know if the oil rings have a spec. I will go back into the manual and have a look. We don't check this, the little wavy oil ring. We do not check the gap in that. It's just these two here, these two little oil rings. I said to you earlier I'd show you the crank in gap. So how I do this, I just move the crank right to one side. So at the moment we are right to the left hand side. And I'll jam a, what's this one? 0.533mm filler gauge in. I believe this was the one I used the other day. As you can see, that one goes in quite nicely without any hesitation. It has a little bit of what do you call it? A little bit of interference there, but it's nonetheless, it goes in there, so it's something below 0.533. The manual states that it's supposed to be anywhere from 0.5 to 1mm, and the 1mm is the service limit. So it's good to see that the crank in here, the side-to-side play, is not very much. There's also, if we lift this crank all the way to the top dead center, if we play around with the crank itself, it has absolutely no up and down movement either. So yeah, that's another thing I check, up and down movement of the crank, which this one has none. So I'm very pleased that that bottom end is so far looking very good. Now, judging by how well these rings are, or how good they are, or how good they seem to be, I'm thinking I may just put them back in for now and leave it at that. I can't feel very much movement in the wrist pin of the piston either. There's a fair bit of side to side, but I think that's pretty normal. And up and down, as I said, nothing there. So I'm probably just going to leave this piston now. I'll give it a good clean up on the top, because as you can see there is a slight gash in it, obviously from when the previous owner who owned this bottom end, his bike may have dropped a valve and done the same thing as mine, except this piston, as I said before, this one is a bit rooted and that one is a little less rooted than this one. So yeah. I have also, I forgot to tell you, I checked the width of the piston skirt, or 15mm above the skirt they reckon, and it's coming in at about 95.4 I think it was, and the bore is coming in at 95.5, so both of them are well within spec as well, which is awesome. So we'll chuck our rings back on. Once I've got that piston cleaned up, chuck our bore on, and I'll chuck the head on just to seal everything up. And yeah, I'll get back to you once the cams arrive for it. I also need to find a set of head bolts for it, but I'm talking to a bloke online now. He says he might have some, but can't be sure, so we'll find that out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. Hope I don't talk too much. I think I do, but well, anywho, stay safe and enjoy your bikes, people, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.